everybody, how are my beautiful people nowadays? Yes, it's me, Isabel Marie 13. I'm inspired, I'm here, I'm talking to you guys. I'm wearing blue today. It's kind of a navy blue kind of day. I don't know, just like changing the colors, I guess. I know I've been hiding, I know you guys haven't had videos from me, but I'm inspired and I feel like I really need to talk about some things. I just wanted to talk right now about what people believe, success is. I get all these different things like, well, how successful are you? What do you believe success is? And things like that. And I don't know, I guess it can be answered on a lot of different levels. Success to me means being utterly, completely, totally happy in your life. Because my secret to success is get happy. No matter what that is, whether it's jumping on the bed, making cookies, dancing in the rain, fishing, camping, sewing, shopping, you name it, get happy. Because this is all I know, and as simple as I could put it. The happier you are, the better life gets. The better life gets, the happier you become. It just keeps going up and up and up. And then all the money, success, and everything else chases you, which I think is an awesome feeling to have. People say, well, what's the best thing about being successful? Is it the cars? Is it the this? Is it the that? And I said, well, I think two things. One, having good credit. I know that's a big thing that a lot of people leave out, but I do believe that it's very, very important because you're not anything unless you have good credit. The second thing that I could say is the best part of being successful is the sleep I get at night. The peaceful, put my head on the pillow, think of nothing at all. My head is empty, my heart's full, and just feeling gratitude, feeling grateful, and just being able to sleep at night without all these things going through your mind that just keep you up late at night. So my question to you guys is, what do you consider success to be? And do you really feel that you've achieved it yet? Are you really at that point where you have that savoir faire, so to speak, and you're at the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop, and you're just like, wow, life can't get any much better. If so, how did you get there? If not, why aren't you there? What's keeping you from being there? Because a lot of people say, well, it's money. I can't do this unless I have money. But I learned a long time ago, you have to do what you can do with what you have, right where you stand. And the best way to put this for me is that, when I first started my business, I had no computer, no cell phone, no experience, and I was living on $310 a month in welfare. I had no job. But maybe I didn't have a cell phone, but every person I was with and I was talking to had a cell phone. Maybe I couldn't afford a computer, but I was able to put like a little mini DVD player on layaway for 6-7 months, and I got a little DVD player. Maybe I didn't have all the right, resources available to me, but, when you're quick and you think on your feet, especially in a dire situation, you'll find a way. So, why aren't you where you want to be, and what can I do to help? Me, I always like to help people and things like that as well, and it's really not that hard. A lot of people put this someday on it, and here, I'll give you an example. Someday is today, because people say, well, one day I really want to go on a cruise, but they don't take any action steps to get there, and this is what it takes. I wouldn't say open a phone book because we're in the age of the internet, obviously, if you're watching this. But, Google, cruises to wherever I want to go and what the city are and what the date is. And even if you put it in mind where you start to say, okay, I might not be able to afford it now, but I can book this trip a year, 2 years in advance and then put the down payment on and just every month just chip at it away a little here. Eventually you will get to someday. But if it's always a someday thing and you're not putting things into action right here, right now with what you have, then it's always going to be a someday thing. It's kind of like, with fitness and weight loss. And that's my goal. And that's what I've always been working on and stuff. And I'm getting there and I'm feeling really good about it. But it's like, instead of trying to make up 2 months before a wedding, trying to, rush through it, why not little by little get there by putting 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, better food choices. Instead of taking like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, it's like my favorite number is 13, obviously. So set a certain amount of days and be like, okay, if I hit 13 days with eating good, then I'll have 1 day off, or whatever the case may be, and set your goals small. Instead of saying like, well, I need to pay off this debt, this $20,000 debt, within 6 months, just put it into a smaller perspective. Okay, in the next 3 weeks, I need to pay this off. And never say, I can't afford it or I can't do it. Always change your dialogue to, how can I afford it? How can I get this done? Because 2 things happen. 1, you release any and all excuses right away. You don't say, I can't. You just release those excuses. And 2, you put yourself in automatic action mode. So instead of saying, I can't afford this, say, how can I afford this? Start looking around, get creative, sell some DVDs or some stuff you don't need anymore. Have a yard sale, start offering summer childcare, walking the dog, extra chores. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but it's beneath me and I don't have enough time. Well, how bad do you really want whatever it is you're going for? Because I'll be honest with you, if a loved one is in trouble, especially like with my son, if he needed $10,000 tomorrow for an operation, I will sell my soul to get that for my child. So if the desire is big enough and the commitment's there, you will always get what you want. But you have to be able to say, this is what I truly want, and get into action now. So again, what is it that's keeping you from being successful, and how can I help you? I do like to be hands-on with people. I do like to give all of the best that I have. I do like to be there for my people. So let's get honest with yourself. You know, let's see where you're at right now and see what we get done. And it's not, like I said, it's not a crunch. I got to be, you know, this size in 2 months. It's a little over a long time that really does tip the scales. That really does have that tipping point where everything's in your favor. And if you do something long enough, it's inevitable you will get there. You know, if I study every day hip hop moves, in 2 years from now, I'll be a hip hop expert, or at least very, very good at it, right? I'm not going to turn into a ballerina. I'm not going to turn into an astronaut. It's just doing the same thing a little every day to work towards that goal. It's inevitable you will get there. You know, that's how golf pros become greats. That's how baseball players become legends, and so forth, is because they do a little every day that does feed into where their desire is and where they want to go. So that's it. Hakuna Matata. God bless. If you need me, everything, MySpace, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff, / Isabel Marie 13, or on Skype, Isabel Marie 13 is my ID. I will see you later. Hakuna Matata. God bless. Bye-bye.